What's up guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Jurijs, and in today's video we are at this place again. You remember? Yes, exactly, from Florian the vlog. So I got invited by the shop owner Zoo Flottmann to scape a tank in his shop, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. And without any further ado, let's get inside and check out his shop. So guys, we're here at Zoo Flottmann in the beautiful little city Rodgau. This is close to Frankfurt International Airport, so if you happen to be in Germany, just make sure to check out this place. Really nice aquascaping dedicated shop with lots of display tanks, and if it's summertime, check out the Japanese koi garden. Guys, before we start scaping the tank, I would like to give you like a quick tour of the shop so you get an overview of this beautiful space. So let's have a look on it together. Okay guys, you have seen a little bit of the shop, and I hope that makes you want to see more. But before I show you more of the shop, let's go over and see the aquarium that we're going to scape today. Okay guys, this is the tank. Not this one. This one looks really nice with a light screen in the back. This tank here we're going to scape today. It is 60 centimeters wide, and I guess it's 40 centimeters deep, 40 tall, something like this, like extra deep, 60p, kind of similar like my big 60 at home. And I have memories about this tank. Actually, I scaped this tank for the very first time years ago, how it looked like back then when I scaped this tank. And yeah, 5 years later, I happened to be here again and scaped this aquarium. Really cool. And yeah. We have this tank over here. For sure you want to have a look on it, but you have to wait for this before we show you more of the shop, more of the tanks. We're going to get the substrate material for this aquarium and get started aquascaping. So, starting with the substrate, over here we have Elos substrate system. Why am I using Elos? Because I'm here in Zoo Flottmann and Mr. Flottmann wants me to use it. That's what his recommendation is, and why not? So we're using bottom mineral, which is like the very bottom layer, some sort of, you know, like long-term nutrient deposit with some trace elements, actually kind of clay-based layer. Then we're using Terra Zero, which is again minerals, trace elements, some extra for the substrate. And then we're going to top the whole thing with a soil and then soil powder on top. Let's put them into the tank. I like first starting with the bottom layer of Elos bottom mineral. I use my black magic gloves and I kind of evenly spread the Elos bottom mineral in the rear left and right corners, just in general towards the back of the aquarium.
Next, I'm adding the Terra Zero, which is super nutrient rich, to the substrate just to add extra for the plants. I like adding a lot of stuff to the substrate because the substrate will stay there forever and it's really difficult to add any nutrients afterwards to the substrate. The main layer is the Elos soil, Elos Terra soil. I have filled in enough soil to cover everything evenly, like 3 centimeters in the front and about 10 centimeters in the back. After the hardscape will be in place, there will be added an additional layer of powder soil.
So, substrate in the tank. Next step is picking up the hardscape. And as you have seen in the intro, they have a really cool hardscape dojo. And I kinda already have an idea of the hardscape I'm gonna make in this tank. Do you know what the hardscape gonna be? Comment down below. So guys, I played around here with the Sansui stones, kind of blackish lava rocks from 88, and they kind of look like layered, and in my opinion the best way to use this type of rock to arrange them in layers, to work on this, you know, to highlight this layered structure. So that's what I did here, and you can see the layers going just like this, and from this side like this, and we have like a canyon in the middle taking the viewer from the front to the very back, and the substrate will rise a little bit, and we're gonna have hills on left and the right side, and yeah, you can see here the way is not very straight, it's twisted in between the rocks. This is adding to the depth of the hardscape, and because it looks still a little bit naked as it is right now, I guess we're gonna add some branches of manzanita wood to it. So I have added the driftwood, total of 3 pieces of manzanita driftwood. We have the biggest branch over here, like, I don't know, like an overhanging tree over this nice looking hardscape, like cliffs. And over here, a smaller piece of manzanita, very branchy, with lots of twigs, you can call it. This looks like, from the front, if you look at it, it looks like it is far more away. And this very small one on the back right side, it's the same idea, so just to create perspective. So this one looks like it is in the front, very big and bold, and this one looks like it is more far in the background. The same thing will be for the planting. This left corner will remain more or less flat with just very small, tiny, delicate plants, while the right side corner will be with the stem plants, like really bold and lush, and will have the illusion that this corner is more, like far more away from your viewing perspective. And I guess for the foreground we will go with something like Lalopsis brasiliensis, and you know, pick out some highlights like crypts, Bucephalandras, Anubias, fit everywhere in between the rocks, and yeah, gonna turn out really cool. Okay guys, so the hardscape is in the place, and you have seen we have secured the driftwood branches with zip ties first, and then we kind of super glued them and covered the super glue with a little bit of soil dust. This way you don't get any white markings on the hardscape, and because super glue just holds so well on the right side, we even removed the zip ties, so now everything is just held by super glue. And if you don't believe me, just look at the hardscape. You see I can bend it, you know, the stuff in the back can touch it. Everything is super secured thanks to super glue. Next step, we're going to add the final layer of soil. This is going to be powder type soil. And right now we have like 1.5 centimeter soil, regular type in the front. We're going to top up to 3 to 4 centimeters in the front and slightly more in the background. We filled in the powder type soil smooth everything out with a brush. I really like using the white paintbrush just to play around in between the rocks to clean some excessive powder or soil in general from the rocks, or if you have cosmetic sand, it's just, you know, the perfect tool for this job. Now that we have the hardscape in place, we can start thinking about plants and just go over there behind me with a huge plant kind of holding area. And yeah, regarding the plants, I guess the plan is gonna be to have different types of stem plants in the background, a little bit smaller type here on the left for, you know, for the scale because of the smaller branch on this side, and something maybe a little bit, I don't know, with bigger leaves on the right side. Then we will work in between the rocks with bucephalandras, with ferns. Dieter Flottmann has lots and lots of different bucephalandras and ferns in all of his beautiful display aquariums, so we're gonna snap a little here and a little bit there, and maybe take some stuff from the plant holding system. And we have ordered nursery fresh plants from Tropica, just delivered yesterday or something, some tissue culture material, some crypts, and Lialopsis brasiliensis as a carpet. So now you know we're going for Lialopsis brasiliensis as a carpet and some crypts as for highlights, maybe Hygrophila uruguaya, we don't know yet, we're gonna see how it works, probably going to create a planting mag.
I have applied again the technique of planting maps with plant labels. For this, I can simply use the tissue culture want to grow cup covers and I place them in the aquarium, trying to mimic and guess how much space I will dedicate to each of the plants.
Hey guys, so it's pretty late, almost 10:30, and it's been a long day, but this thing is now finished. We planted the tank and it's looking gorgeous. I love it. We made so many, I don't know, like individual plant choices, where to put which plant, and it's been like a really cool process to talk to Dieter Flottmann, the owner of the shop, and you know, kind of debate on where to put which plant. And this is Dodo in the background, the kakadu parrot. So to summarize the planting for you guys, we have a mixed carpet of Lialopsis brasiliensis with Marsilea crinata. I used the combination of, you know, different foreground plants in my big 60 aquarium. If you haven't seen it, check it out here. It's really cool, it looks very natural, it's gonna blend perfectly. So we have here Marsilea crinata, Lialopsis brasiliensis from both sides going all the way up in the middle path. We have crypt patchy, one over here, one over here, one over here. I used a total of 4 pots. We used 3 pots Marsilea crinata, we used I guess 4 or 5 pots of Lialopsis brasiliensis. We used 1 pot or tissue culture, they're all tissue culture except the Cryptocorini Ranunculus inundatus, one is over here. We have 2 areas, it's just 1 pot of Hygrophila uruguaya, some reddish accents towards the middle area. Right behind the rocks we have Cryptocorini venetiae green, followed by Rotala green. On the left side we have a big area planted with Rotala atra, Guys, you know, I love Rotala atra. It comes in tissue culture from Tropica. Lots and lots of material. We used several tissue culture pots to fill in this area on the left background. On the right background we have a combination again of Rotala green and Rotala macrandra, kind of framed from left and right by Myrophyllum matogrossense. I guess Myrophyllum guyana might have been a better choice. We just haven't had it available, so we use Myrophyllum matogrossense. But if you turn Myrophyllum matogrossense like several times, it will become more compact, much smaller growth. That's it, you know, stems in the back, left and right, and in between the rocks, all the little kind of caves and gaps we have used to squeeze in different types of Butyphalandras or Butyphalandras. I guess I should make a video with George and kind of have you guys vote which is the right way to pronounce it. Butyphalandra or Buchyphalandra? How do you say it? Write down in the comments below. Or Buchyphalandra. I don't know, it's up to you guys. Yeah, we don't know the species because Dieter Flottmann, he's traveling very often to Japan because of the koi, and he's bringing stuff with him every time, and you know, he's swapping with hobbyists, and most Buchyphalandras or Butyphalandras or Buchyphalandras, I just keep saying all three from now on, they are trade names. Only very few, if at all, have been scientifically kind of identified, so you can call it whatever you want because they're all trade names. So lots and lots of these beautiful plants in between the rocks, as well as the Bolbitis hydrolotti. By the way, I recorded a total of 3 pro tips in this video. One of them is regarding Bolbitis. When it's out, it will be linked up here. I hope I can make this many info cards. If not, you will find it in the description below or on the end screen. We have really cool layout, nice rocks, nice driftwood, nicely planted. Now we're gonna fill it. I will give you some cinematic B-roll shots now of the finished or fully planted aquarium with water running in. I'm not gonna wait until it's completely filled because it's late, I have to drive home. So I will just come back in a couple of weeks or something and film an update on this aquarium. See you then, and for now, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me till the very end. Yeah, if you like my content, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and yeah, gonna see you in the next one. Bye.